Is he losing attraction for you? Perhaps because you are being too nice? Here are 12 ways that you are turning him off by being too nice. Hello, my loves. Greta here, your go-to dating and relationship coach, here to empower you to attract high-quality men and build thriving relationships. Because let's face it, being nice doesn't cut it in the world of dating. In fact, it can often backfire, leaving you feeling overlooked and undervalued. In this video, we're diving deep into 12 ways being too nice might actually be turning men off. We'll uncover the behaviors that scream low value and learn how to embody the confidence and standards of a high-value woman. But before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on my latest videos packed with juicy dating advice and relationship secrets. And if you like to read, check out my book, Devoted Relationships, which is available for sale on Amazon or my website. The link will be in my video description box below. Now let's get started. Number 1, being too agreeable. Ladies, let's talk about the dangers of being too agreeable. You know those women who always say yes, constantly people please, and avoid conflict like the plague? While it might seem polite or even kind on the surface, it actually sends a clear message. I don't value my own opinions or needs. And trust me, men can sense this a mile away. When you're overly agreeable, you come across as lacking confidence and self-respect. You're essentially putting him on a pedestal and diminishing your own worth in the process. Remember, a high-value woman knows her worth and isn't afraid to express her thoughts and feelings authentically. Don't be afraid to disagree respectfully, voice your opinions, and stand firm in your boundaries. It's not about being difficult. It's about showing him you have a backbone and you're not afraid to use it. Number 2, initiating contact. Now let's talk about the delicate dance of pursuing and being pursued. Ladies, in the realm of dating, it's crucial to understand that men are inherently wired to be the pursuers. When you constantly initiate contact, texting first, calling him up, or suggesting dates, you're essentially stepping into the masculine energy and taking on his role. While it might seem harmless, it actually throws off the natural polarity in the beginning stages of dating. Men thrive on the thrill of the chase, and when you remove that challenge by constantly pursuing him, it can dampen his interest. Remember, you are the prize, and a high-value woman knows how to inspire a man to pursue her. Instead of chasing after him, focus on building your own life, pursuing your passions, and letting him come to you. Trust me, it's far more alluring and will keep him coming back for more. Number 3, are you scared to set boundaries? Ladies, let's talk about boundaries. It's not about being bossy, it's about respecting yourself and your needs. Imagine a beautiful garden. Without a fence, anyone can trample your flowers, right? Boundaries are your fence. They show a man what you will and won't tolerate. When you're clear about your limits, you're essentially saying, I have self-respect, and I won't settle for less. A high-value woman knows her worth. She doesn't let anyone disrespect her time, her energy, or her feelings. And trust me, when you stand strong in your boundaries, men notice. They see your confidence, and that's incredibly attractive. It shows you're not desperate for validation, and you have a life you value. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Number 4, giving men presents. I know it can be tempting to shower a man with gifts, especially when you're smitten, but hold on. In the early stages of dating, it's crucial to let him court you. Think back to the time when men fought dragons and climbed towers to win a woman's heart. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the point. Men are wired to pursue, to win you over. When you shower him with gifts, you're essentially taking away his chance to court you. It can also send the wrong signal, making him think you're trying to buy his affection or that you're already too invested. Remember, true attraction grows when a man invests his time, effort, and yes, even gifts to win your heart. Let him enjoy the chase and allow yourself to be pursued. It's the recipe for a healthy, balanced dynamic. Number 5, offering to split the bill. Now this might be a bit controversial, but hear me out. I'm all for equality, but when it comes to dating, especially in the beginning, it's important to understand the dynamics. Offering to split the bill can set a precedent for a 50-50 relationship, which isn't sustainable. Remember, men and women are different. Men are wired to provide and protect. It's in their DNA. When you offer to split, you're essentially saying, I don't need you to take care of me, which can be a turnoff for a man who's looking to step into a masculine role. It's not about being old-fashioned, it's about understanding male psychology. Allow him to treat you, to be the gentleman. It doesn't mean you're not independent or successful. It simply means you understand the dance between a man and a woman. And hey, if you're really uncomfortable, you can always offer to pay for dessert or leave a tip. It's about finding a balance and letting him lead in the beginning. Number 6. Traveling to see him. Ladies, have you ever booked a flight or taken a long drive just to see a man, especially early on in the dating phase? You might think it's romantic, that it shows him you're really interested. But trust me, it's sending the wrong message. Remember, a man of quality, a man who truly appreciates you, will be more than happy to put in the effort to come and see you. He'll want to woo you, to court you, and that includes putting in the miles. When you're always the one making the journey, it can make you appear too eager, too available. Think about it. Where's the chase in that? Where's the challenge? Men are natural pursuers, and they value what they've worked hard to achieve. By always making yourself available, you take away that thrill of the chase. So the next time you're tempted to book that flight or hop in the car to see him, stop and ask yourself, am I the man in this or he? If not, it's time to let him come to you. Number 7, doing things last minute. We've all been there, that last minute text asking if you're free. And while it's tempting to drop everything and say yes, especially if you're attracted to him, it's crucial to value your time and show him that you have a life outside of him. Being available at the drop of a hat sends a message that you're always waiting around for him, that you don't have your own plans and priorities. And believe me, that's not attractive. A high-value woman has a full life filled with passions, hobbies, and commitments. Instead of always being available, don't be afraid to say no to offers that are not good enough. Let him know by showing with your actions that you have your own schedule and that he needs to respect your time. This doesn't mean playing games, it's about setting healthy boundaries and showing him that you're not just sitting around waiting for him to call. Remember, by respecting your own time, you're teaching him how to treat you. And a man who truly values you will be understanding and will make an effort to plan ahead and see you when you're actually free. Number 8, dropping everything for him. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be there for a man, especially when he genuinely needs your support. But there's a difference between being supportive and dropping everything at a moment's notice. It's all about finding a balance. Ask yourself, are you constantly rearranging your schedule, canceling plans with friends, or putting your own needs on hold for him? If so, it's time to reassess. A man who truly cares for you will understand that you have your own life and responsibilities. Instead of dropping everything, offer your support when you have the time and energy. See if he reciprocates the same level of understanding and support when you need it. Relationships are a two-way street, and it's essential to ensure that you're not the only one making all the sacrifices. Remember, you are a strong, independent woman who deserves to be with someone who values your time and efforts. Don't settle for anything less. Number 9, overusing emojis in texts. So you're texting with a guy you like and you want to keep the conversation fun and flirty, right? You might be tempted to shower him with a cascade of emojis, hearts, smiley faces, you name it. But hold on, ladies. Overusing emojis can actually work against you. It can make you appear overly eager, even childish. Remember, a high-value woman knows her worth and doesn't need to overcompensate with digital enthusiasm. Instead of going overboard with emojis, try mirroring his style. Does he use them sparingly? Then you should too. This shows you're paying attention and not trying too hard. Let your words speak for themselves and use emojis strategically to add a touch of playfulness, not to carry the entire conversation. Remember, mystery is alluring. A well-placed emoji can be charming, but a barrage of them can be overwhelming and scream desperation. Keep it classy, ladies, and let him wonder what's behind those intriguing words you're texting him. Number 10, pleasing him by having intimacy. Let's talk about something crucial: intimacy. We all know that physical intimacy is a part of many relationships, but it's vital that you understand this. You are never obligated to sleep with a man to please him or keep him interested. If you're not ready, you're not ready, and that's perfectly fine. A high-value woman knows her boundaries and doesn't compromise them for anyone. If he truly values you, he will respect your decision and wait until you're comfortable. Don't let anyone pressure you into something you're not ready for. Your body, your rules. A man who genuinely cares for you will be understanding and patient. He'll focus on building a genuine connection with you, both emotionally and intellectually. and won't make intimacy the sole focus of the relationship. Remember, true intimacy flourishes in an environment of trust and respect. Never feel pressured to do anything that makes you uncomfortable. A man who is worthy of your time will recognize and appreciate your self-respect and will be willing to wait for you. Number 11, replying too quickly. Ladies, have you ever found yourself hitting that send button immediately after receiving a text from a man you're interested in? It's understandable you're excited and want to show him you're engaged, but constantly replying too quickly can actually work against you. It sends the message that you're always available, waiting by the phone for him to grace you with his attention. A high-value woman has a life filled with purpose and passion. Take your time responding, darlings. Give yourself at least a few minutes to craft a thoughtful response. This shows him that you have a life outside of waiting for his messages. Remember, men are inherently attracted to women who are elusive and slightly mysterious. By not being instantly available, you create an air of intrigue. Trust me, the chase is exhilarating for them. So put down the phone, engage in your own life, and let him wonder where you are and what you're up to. He'll be all the more interested when you finally do respond. Number 12, forgetting your friends. My dears, I know how easy it is to get swept up in the excitement of a new romance. You start spending all your time with him, neglecting your own hobbies and friendships. But let me tell you, this is a recipe for disaster. A high-value woman never loses sight of her own identity. Your friends were there for you before he came along. They provide you with invaluable support and laughter. Don't isolate yourself from them just because you're in a relationship. Prioritizing your friendships shows him you're not dependent on him for happiness. You have a fulfilling life outside of your relationship. It prevents you from becoming overly reliant on him for emotional support. Remember, a healthy relationship involves two independent individuals. Don't lose yourself in the process of loving someone else. There you have it, my queens. This is how being too nice can turn him off. True love thrives on mutual respect, admiration, and self-worth. If you liked this video, please press like and share it with a friend. Let me know in the comments below more examples where you feel you've been too nice. And if you feel like you could do with some guidance, then book Greta for coaching. You will find the link is in the video description box below. Thank you for watching, my queens. Kisses from UK.